Hello, and welcome to the final episode of Engine. This is the last episode ever. Actually, this is the first series in the last series of episodes, but it's really hard to believe that we've come this far. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over kind of like the stuff that we did last quarter, the game object, scene class, camera manager, time manager, all that stuff, good stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you that I do have a factory, and in the factory I have a recall, and it recalls both the alive and the dead objects. So you can see here when it cleans up the graveyard, the empty graveyard, and the active tanks. I'm so confident that this works that I don't even want to show you. Like I just like you can see, enemy tank factory deleted. You can see right here, enemy tank factory deleted. So yeah, basically I can show you that they're all cleaned up. As for the life cycle, that's a little interesting because you had marked me down for the scene entry and this exit scene, and I actually talked to a lot of the other classmates, and either they're lying to me or I'm doing something wrong because they said that they're doing the exact same thing that I'm doing. So basically I just have the scene entry as just a way to readmit an object that hasn't been deleted or reallocated from memory into the scene. So, you know, it's just a housekeeping. I'm not sure how much more I can do with the scene entry. I could make it a command pattern, but then I'm making a command pattern for a command pattern because these are command patterns. So then I'm waiting to the top of the scene to admit this, but then I'm also waiting to the top of the scene to admit these too. So I'm not sure. I don't know. Like I said before, I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but well, I guess I'll just, you know, it is what it is. As for the scene manager, in my scene class, actually, I have it all up here. In my scene class, I have, you know, it basically doesn't really do much except for kind of like, it's got like a little octopus and just kind of reaches out to all the different things that it needs to reach out to. It's got a hold on these different objects, and basically you can see in here that it just cycles through all of the different, you know, all the different managers that it's supposed to during each frame, and each manager kind of handles what it's supposed to. The scene doesn't really, you know, do very much. It just makes sure that it calls each object in order. You can see the draw here, draws here. This is the visualizer. This is the actual drawable manager, and this is the sprite draw manager, which is the 2D image drawing manager, which makes sure that all of the 2D objects are on top of any other 3D objects, so there's no like obfuscation from, you know, the different layers. So there's that. The camera manager, it's like super under construction still to this day. But I'm happy with where it's at right now. It kind of just does, you know, the constructors and the instantiations, and it basically just locks the camera to, you know, the object that it's supposed to be locked onto. And for this reason, I have decided to keep the pointer to the default camera in the camera manager, only because this is a singleton, and I want it to, I want any object to be able to call lock current camera to. So I think that this is the way to do it. I could be wrong, but I like it this way, so I'm just going to leave it like this. You can see down here there's a cleanup, unload all cameras, kind of handles all that stuff. So let's see if we got down here. Yeah, unload all cameras is my cleanup in this class. So you can see that it just goes ahead and it cleans those guys up. For the time manager, which is something that I have not actually gone to in a long time because I finished that super early, it's just the same. It's the same exact thing that we did last quarter. The first value, though, that is a fun one. I did have a hard time with that. I don't know where I set it. I think I set it in game, and the game sets itself to having a time value of like 0 or something, because it actually caused a ton of it. Yep, there it is right there. Because it caused a ton of issues. It was crashing and saying, "Oh, I don't know what you're talking about." So I fixed that. But other than that, that was, you know, my experience with the time manager. GodCam, we've used this in class. You used it to demonstrate some things this quarter. I'm not going to really show you right now, just, you know, to save some time, but this is the class. You know, it does work. We've used it. Yeah, other than that, that's pretty much it for the last quarter stuff. You know, the catching up and seeing that, making sure all those old problems were solved. Other than that, yeah, stay tuned for the next video.